Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. It's been 2 weeks. I was meant to put up 2 this week, but it's just the one. But at some point, you'll see 2 episodes on the same day, just to make up, you know, because I want 52 episodes per week every single year, apart from the leap year. But I think even in the leap year, I'd probably do 52 still. Seems like a nice number to round it off at. But anyway, yeah, if you didn't know, I got playlists on my channel about new releases that I watch. So I made one specific for this year. I got 2 of them. One that was generally up to the end of 2022 and one for this year. Oh, I stand corrected. I actually have 4 playlists. One for each of the last 4 years. Never mind. I think I was missing it with this. First time watching a movie from the past. Got 18 of those this year compared to, you know, I didn't want to overload that playlist. But you get the point now. Where I list down the movies I watched that released this year. That way it's easier at the end of the year to rank the movies I watched, till I remember everything, and then whether it's in the cinema, whether it's on Netflix, whether it's at home, whatever. If it came out in 2023 and I watch it in 2023, it's part of the playlist. So that's how it works. And I thought to myself, hey, it's mid-September already. Movie Monday is not too long away from the end of the year. And when in general, I'm not wording this properly, but you get what I mean, right? The end of the year is not actually that far away. So I thought to myself, I got a few movies from this year listed down. I might as well start ticking them off. So we're starting with this horror movie, Knock at the Cabin. So armed strangers kidnap a family of 3 and they give them an ultimatum. You got to sacrifice one of yourselves or there's an apocalypse coming. Something like that. I remember watching the trailer ages ago, months and months ago. Batista stars in it as one of the armed, personnel. Batista for me is the best wrestling actor. Wrestlers turned actors. Like wrestling is basically like a big drama soap opera, so it makes sense that some of them transition into acting. A lot of them do actually, but there's a few big ones. Obviously, there's The Rock. He's the biggest one that's made it. Then there's John Cena now more recently, and obviously Batista as well. Those are the main 3, but there's others as well. But I think Batista out of all of them is the best actor. I think better than The Rock. The Rock is bigger, more entertaining, but Batista, in terms of like actual acting, Batista's the best one out of the wrestlers that have turned into actors. So I really like his work generally, and I'm not just talking about Guardians. Guardians is great, obviously, but a lot of his best work has come outside of that, you know. It's just that Guardians is his most popular one. And fair enough, I mean, those are great movies as well. 1 and 3, I don't like number 2. But anyway, yeah, this is a horror movie, Knock at the Cabin. I don't really like horror normally, but the type of horror where it's the bad people are humans, I can handle that. I don't like paranormal stuff, ghosts, demons, all that stuff. I hate watching any of that, which is like most horror movies. But when the villain is human, yeah, I'll still find it scary, and I don't like jump scares, but I can still at least watch it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it's good. I heard it's very good. So let's see it. It feels like I watched the trailer to this like last year, so it just surprised me a bit that it came out this year. I'm just like, it came out this year. It's been a long year. It's not been a long year, but it's been a long year. Like, time has flown too fast. Like, it's already September, but at the same time, sometimes it feels like it's been a long year. Even though it's felt like a short and long year at the same time. Yeah. I should stop blabbering on and watch the movie, and I'll let you know what I think. These antagonists are unhinged. I mean, Batista seems calm. I mean, they're all unhinged because of the way they think, but Batista seems at least calm and collected, which is kind of scarier. The other 3 just are a bit crazy. So they're given the ultimatum. They gotta choose to sacrifice one of the 3, one of the parents or the child, and once they choose that sacrifice, they gotta kill that person. And once that person is dead, the apocalypse is prevented. If they refuse to follow through with this, they will all live, but there'll be a worldwide apocalypse that they'll have to witness. Quite the dilemma. Even if it's true, these are some crazy people that have broken into your house, tied you to chairs and told you all of this. You know, like... you know, even in a normal world, you're not going to believe them, are you? By the way, the family is a gay couple, 2 guys and a child. doesn't really make that much of an impact on the story, but like Batista's character at the start mentioned him, just like, oh, you have two dads. That's I don't know. As soon as he tied them up, he said it in the weirdest way. One of them was saying, because they're trying to like calm him down, introduce themselves to the people they just tied up, and like Batista was saying, like, we didn't know that you were gay. We thought you were like a traditional couple. And someone else says, like, we're not homophobic. We promise. Another person's like, I don't hate anyone. It was really weird scene about, right, oh, we came to kidnap and possibly torture you, but we didn't know you were gay. Nice to meet you. That's literally what the scene was. I'm just like, right, okay. So every time they refuse, they kill one of themselves. So every time the family refuses, one of the four people, one of them sacrifices themselves, and then a disaster happens. So the first person out of the four was bludgeoned, and then there's this huge earthquake tsunami situation. The second person gets bludgeoned, and then there's an epidemic. Now there's just Batista and someone else left. The third person has now been sacrificed. Also, one of the parents tried to escape, and it's all chaos now because he got the gun from the car. Now it's just Batista alive. Both parents. One parent's got a concussion, the other one's got a really bad leg from being attacked. He's the one with the gun, and they got a child to protect. And Batista's still asking, like, you got to make the sacrifice. So the third disaster is hundreds of airplanes dropping out the sky and crashing constantly. So Batista's ended himself now. So all the four antagonists have done themselves in. And it's only like now where both parents are now convinced, actually you might, because all this time, like, one of them was definitely convinced, like, there's all just a coincidence. The other guy, the concussion, started to believe. Then he started to really believe at the end, and then now they both believe that it's really happening, and they got to sacrifice one of them to avoid this apocalypse that is pretty much here. So they got to sacrifice one of them, or the world ends. And the movie is over. Yeah, so the sacrifice is made. One of them has to go. Obviously, it's not the child. I wouldn't say I was surprised to see who it was that they took away. It kind of makes sense. I mean, either way it makes sense, I guess, since it's a sacrifice. Sacrifice gets made, everything stops. All the disasters, they stop. Everything is back to normal. Even more than normal, actually. There was a hospital reporting 0 deaths the last 2 hours, which is, you know, it was chaos before that. So, yeah. There was a guy talking about, oh, he was stuck on a roof with his 2 kids. They can't swim. The water's rising. Suddenly, it just stopped rising. You know, stuff like that. Just everything just stopped as soon as the sacrifice was made. Just thought that was quite interesting. And those 4 antagonists, they died without knowing what happened in the end. But yeah, they were basically like, those 4 people were representing the 4 horsemen, essentially. They're representing 4 different aspects of humanity, which I thought was interesting. Batista was guidance. Healing was one. Can't remember the other 2, but yeah, movie was fine. I don't think it was like amazing, but it was fine. Plot was pretty streamlined. Not really any twists. It's just a pretty straightforward linear plot. It's not groundbreaking or anything, and to be honest, I wasn't that scared. Yeah, sure, the scenes of the disasters, they were terrifying, but like, you were seeing it mainly through a TV and phone footage. Literally only through a TV and phone footage. Yes. So, you know, that in itself takes you out of how scary it actually is. In real life, obviously, it would be very scary, but like, yeah, just the way it's portrayed in the film, the scary bits aren't as scary as they probably should be. But that's just the disasters, like even the bits where they're tied to a chair and this and that. yeah, sure, the bludgeonings, like there's injury, gory detail, but that's probably the least scariest horror movie I've seen, and that's saying quite a bit. But yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Don't think it was great, but acting was good from everyone really. There wasn't anyone that was, you know, that fell out of place. All of the 7 characters were great, so fair enough. 7 out of 10. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever